The outlook for tourism this year is really, really optimistic. It's going to be a huge year nationally, and we feel a huge obligation at the Department of Tourism and to make sure that we're putting out an ad that compels people to book Wisconsin.
To create the perfect summer ad, we traveled all over Wisconsin to capture the amazing places to explore and the sense of adventure that exists across Wisconsin. And then we hired a research company to run neuro tests on viewers as they were watching our ad.
We have really high standards for ourselves, and our ad needs to be just as memorable as our state is, and to do anything less would be a miss. We're going as big as we can, but we're grounding it all in science. We know we can't outspend the competitors, but we can outsmart them, so that's what this year's about.
These tests allow us to make data-driven decisions and to help ensure that every single scene in our ad resonates as strongly as possible with the consumer.
With high-resolution eye tracking and EEG, we're able to finally capture very precisely what people look at, so the attention, and that's the first thing that happens in the brain. Now, after we apply the EEG, we can also measure what the emotional response is. We can measure the motivation, and finally, we can tap into the cognitive responses to see whether people are actually processing the information and will understand what we're trying to tell them. The Wisconsin ad scored very, very well. It was actually a very motivating ad and something that made people feel both engaged while also wanting to travel. And we found that there's a little bit of messaging that we can improve to further make the memory of the ad, the memory of Wisconsin, even better in the advertising. But overall, the ad performed very well.
Our summer 2022 ad has several scenes that scored especially high for positive motivation, so we like it when people are interested in Wisconsin but are showing that intent to want to travel here. Excitingly, we learned that the Travel Wisconsin ad outperformed a Michigan tourism ad in several key factors. We're really thrilled about that, and we can use the data and the results of that testing to inform how we differentiate our future advertising from that of our competitive set.
It's so important that we get this right because tourism dollars come back to us as residents and as taxpayers. You know, you always hope that your creative is going to land, but what a gift to be able to actually measure it. So that's what we get to do this time, and now we know. We don't just think that we're going to make a huge impact, we know it. All of that adds up to more hotel visits, more restaurants, more attractions, and tickets purchased, and all of these things that make our economy hum. It really feels good to know that we've brought an ad forward that gets the job done. Here's to those who Wisconsin and love it as much as we do.